I would like to tell you a story about a small boy. He was 10 years old. He was born to an Arab family in Israel. Now this boy's mother was a hairdresser, and where she worked, there was, in front of the place where she worked, there was a huge library. And every time this little boy went to visit his mother, he went by the library and he went to look inside the library. He looked inside and then went back away all the time. And at times he pretended that as if he was passing and then trying to look in to see what he saw. But inside the library there was a guard. And one day he was prepared for that boy. When he saw the boy coming, the guard came running out. And the boy was trying to look in. The guard came out and the guard looked at him. "Hey boy, what are you doing?" The small boy was very... "Do you want to come in?" "But I'm an Arab." You're an Arab, eh? What did you do to become an Arab? The boy didn't know what to do. What was this question? I was born this way. So the guy told him, "Okay, you were born this way and you didn't do anything to do that. You can come in." This is a pure example of identity barrier. Now, the reason the boy did not go into this library is because he thought because he was an Arab, he wasn't allowed to go into that library. And fact is that we are all born with these identity barriers, whether it is our name, whether it is our religion, the color of our skin. And the most absurd thing about mankind, I'm included, is that we add identity barriers as we grow. And we put them as if they are badges and we are proud of them. There was this story in the north of Portugal, actually, near Porto. There was this couple, and they had a child. The mother was a portista, and the father was a benfiquista. So every time the mother came to the child and shook him, and "You'll become a great portista," and Benfica, "Non presta." The father, when he came to the child, "Forget your mother, you'll become a great benfiquista," and Porto, "Non presta." So the child didn't know what to do. The first word that the child ever spoke was "Non presta." And the parents were proud of it. So, because this child was an expert in football matters, he chose the club in the end. He chose Benfica. But when he grew up in a region where most of the people are portistas, and he was excluded from some of his friends. He was even mocked at times. So he had a hard time, and just because he chose to be a benfiquista. This is another reason, another example of an identity barrier. Now I'd like to introduce you to two people. On my left side, there is Senhor Doutor Engenheiro João. And on the right side, there is Carlos. Senhor Doutor Engenheiro João had wealthy parents. He grew up and he studied and he got his degrees. Good for him, well done. But what we don't know about Carlos is that when he was 16 years old, he lost his parents. And he had to work 3 jobs in order to sustain his family. He had 6 brothers, and now all the brothers are well-educated people. Who deserves more respect? I think they should both of them deserve the same respect. And do you see that there is an identity barrier between Carlos and Senhor Doutor Engenheiro João? Well, I come to you today to ask you to join me and take the first step to strip off all these identity barriers. Why not take Senor Doutor Engenheiro João and just call him João? Isn't that better? And the Sportingistas or Benfiquistas or the Portistas, all these istas, it's not their identity, right? It's only that they like a specific football club. And when you make it their identity, it becomes a stronger feeling. And this small boy, the Arab Israeli boy, why don't we stop calling him Arab Israeli boy? Why don't we call him by his name? His name is Bashara Hinnawi. Thank you.